You only need the basics. Literally, you do not need all this makeup that you see on TikTok or Instagram or the products that go viral. Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Kristen Marie, and welcome back to my channel.
Life is what you make it. My shit been amazing. I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on shit I can't afford. But
if you're new here, hey girl, hey. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey, what's up, girl? Welcome back to your girl's channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my beginner makeup guide. So if you are a beginner in makeup and you are learning and you don't know where to start, you want to start getting into makeup, but you're like, I don't know what to use, or what should I use? Do I need this? Do I need that? You only need the basics. Literally, you do not need all this makeup that you see on TikTok or Instagram or the products that go viral. You need to get products that works for you, that are affordable, that are going to help you get into makeup. So let's get into it. So to start off this makeup guide for beginners, I would highly recommend you guys invest into a good primer. A primer is going to give you that longevity within your makeup, but it's also going to treat specific needs for the skin. So if you have oily skin, a mattifying primer is more suitable for you. If you have dry skin, you need more of a hydrating one. And if you have like pores and you know that you want to blur out up underneath your makeup, you're gonna need more of a blurring primer. I like to go in with a mattifying primer because it is going to control my oils and my shine throughout the day. Okay, so after a primer, foundation. A foundation is going to even out your skin complexion. It's gonna give you a fuller coverage than the actual concealer, and it's gonna be the base. Now, because I do have oily skin, I like to go in with more of a mattifying foundation. I do more full coverage foundations, unless I'm going to do an everyday, day-to-day, you know, look, or just going out to run errands. If you have more of a dry to combination skin, then you may be able to deal with a foundation that's more of hydrating, more glowy form. But for someone with oily skin, a mattifying foundation is ideal. My holy grail foundation that I swear by, and if you don't have it, sis, you need to go and pick it up. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear. When I tell you that this foundation has got me through 120-degree heat out in Vegas, here in LA, it really does what it's supposed to do. It's very long lasting, and honestly, once you apply it, it almost dries down into this matte, but not drying. It's more of a comfortable, you know, skin-like matte finish, and I absolutely love it. Now it's time to apply the concealer. I like to use a concealer in many different ways. I like to spot correct with using concealer. I like to color correct my dark circle, or just using concealer just to brighten up the face for more like full glam vibe. A concealer can be used in many different ways, so don't just stick to one. You can literally do a full face with concealer, but since you are a beginner in makeup, I want you to use your concealer the typical way, which is concealing, you know, under the eye, or any dark spots that you would have from past acne on the face. So I'm going to be using the new Haus Labs concealer. I'm testing this out. I want to wear it today for a little bit and kind of give you guys my results. So once you're applying your concealer, you want to apply your concealer away from the under eye, because your under eye is a very delicate area and you do not want to have so much product under your eye. It could cause creasing, and it also can irritate the eye in the long run. So applying it away from it and then blending the concealer upward and out will give you an even blend for that concealer. Okay, so after you've applied your concealer, next, you're going to want to have a good setting powder. And I mean, a setting powder is just going to have your under eyes looking super smooth and blurred, and just have your makeup lasting you all day long. There are many different types of setting powders, and I will create a separate video for those different types, but one of the types is just like a loose setting powder. Also go as far as a pressed powder. Pressed powders are really great, especially if you have it closer to your skin tone, where you can kind of set the face all around your face. You can also use a pressed powder to set your under eyes. So I'm going to do just that. And this powder is new by Huda Beauty, you guys, and I'm actually doing a video for it, so I definitely wanted to just do a little spin test on this powder to see how it is and to show you guys something new. So this next makeup product everyone should have in their makeup bag, and it is a bronzer. A bronzer can be used in multiple ways. And I'm going to be using the One Size. This is their Made for Shade bronzer palette in shade Deep Trio. It's 3 different shades, and this last shade is a cooler undertone. So if I wanted to contour, I can contour, and I can use these 2 shades right here to add warmth to my face. Look at how that's just warming up the face. Oh, this is so gorgeous. And this is a great palette, especially if you have oily skin, because it just lays and it blends so nicely into the skin. Okay, so after bronzer, you'll definitely need to go in with a blush. A blush is just key essential to adding a flush of color to those cheeks, just to kind of make the look pop, you know? So because I do have oily skin, I would prefer to go with more of a powder blush. It just blends so nicely in to my skin when I do apply it to my face. And it also gives me longevity within my makeup. Because I do have oily skin, I'm using more of those powder products, so that way my skin is not super oily by the end of the day. And that's not to say that you can't use a cream blush at all. I would highly recommend you applying the cream product first before applying any powder, because it can cause separation within your makeup. But after your blush, you definitely want to go in with a highlighter. I'm a highlighter girl, so I'm always going to add a dusting of highlighter to my cheeks, to my brow bones, to my nose, to my forehead, wherever I can add a highlighter, I'm adding highlighter to my face. Having a good lip product. Nowadays, the girlies were all about the lip combo, so having a lip liner with a lip gloss, preferably nude or clear. Lastly, a setting spray. You're gonna need a setting spray. And lastly, a setting spray. Now, I know in my previous shorts, YouTube shorts, and my TikTok reels, you guys heard me say that you don't need a setting spray. And I only say that for my oily skin babes, because a setting powder is just going to completely matte and get rid of all the extra oil, you know, and control it throughout the day. And honestly, I get better wear with my setting powders versus my setting spray. I'm not saying that you do not have to use it, but I am saying that a setting powder is going to get you a long way. So if you just feel like you don't need to have a setting spray, then you don't need one. Setting spray is just going to finish off the makeup look. Again, keep it looking nice throughout the day. It's going to give it that longevity that you're looking for, especially if you're out and about or if it's hot outside, because you want that longevity within your makeup. This is the final look. If you are a beginner in makeup, I hope that this beginner makeup guide was a great starting point for you. I hope I was able to give you the basics, very specific basics of what you realistically need in your bag, because when I was a beginner in makeup, I did not have a ton of makeup. I literally only had powder, concealer, a blush. I didn't even have a bronzer, setting powder, setting spray, gloss, and lip liner. Okay, I didn't have much. So I feel as if this is a great starting point for you if you're a beginner in makeup. And that way you can practice and you can learn and build up those skills so you can try even more and better makeup product. I feel like I need to do an affordable version of this beginner makeup guide. So you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, love!
Life is what you make it. Life shit been amazing.